Well, optimism over Greece also contributed to the rise in stocks today. International creditors now look ready to make some sort of compromise, despite a warning from Greece that it may have to skip an IMF loan payment due later this week. Greece's Prime Minister, Alexis Tsipras, agreed with both Germany's Chancellor and with France's President on the need for a solution to Greece's debt problems. Mr. Tsipras is meeting with European officials right now to hear the terms of the plan that they've drawn up by the European Commission, the IMF, and the European Central Bank.
Speaking of the European Central Bank, its president, Mario Draghi, pushed for a deal with Greece at the ECB's policy meeting today. The Governing Council also addressed the recent volatility in the bond market. Julia Chatterley has more from Frankfurt.
The strongest message coming from Mario Draghi at the European Central Bank meeting today was about volatility, the volatility that we're seeing in the bond markets right now. And as far as he's concerned, his message to investors was, get on with it.
We should get used to periods of higher volatility. At very low levels of interest rates, asset prices tend to show higher volatility. And in terms of the impact that this might have on our monetary policy stance, let me tell you that the Governing Council was unanimous in its assessment that we should look through these developments and maintain a steady monetary policy stance.
So for investors who thought that the European Central Bank bringing forward their bond purchases over the next couple of months was a sign that actually they were going to try and hold yields down and manage the volatility, they likely got caught out today. Huge shift higher in German bond yields and for some of the other countries like Ireland, like Portugal, like Spain. The other focus, of course, at this meeting was on Greece. Mario Draghi, very tight-lipped about the negotiations. We're still waiting to see whether the creditors and their proposal will be met and accepted by the Greeks, of course, so that's very much an open question. Mario Draghi saying, look, this needs to be a strong deal and it ultimately needs to include social fairness. Well, I think the Greeks would argue that it's a long time waiting for that, 5 years, in fact. We just have to wait and see whether they will agree this deal. But for now, the ECB very much supporting the banks and will continue to do so while hopes of a deal remain alive. Julia Chatterley, the Nightly Business Report.